Looking for the best minimalist barefoot shoes and sandals? In this video, we're going to talk about my favorites. Hey everybody, it's Matt Shu from Upright Health. In this video, I'm going to be talking with you about my favorite brand of shoes and sandals. Over the last couple of years, I've been kind of surprised at how interested people are in what kinds of shoes I'm wearing in my YouTube videos. So in this video, I'm going to show you the shoes and sandals that I used on my latest 2.5-week trip in Spain and Portugal that carried me on coral, on cobblestones, on concrete, on dirt. So if you are interested in minimalist shoes that help you manage all kinds of terrain while still being comfortable enough to walk several miles a day, then stay tuned. I want to start off with the shoes because I no longer live in San Diego, so I don't get to wear sandals 365 days a year anymore. Up here in the Bay Area, I need to have a full shoe that covers my toes. It's nice to have a little warmth, and these are a shoe. What I like about these shoes the most, in addition to the fact that they have a totally neutral sole, it's zero drop, it's an extremely flexible sole. What I like about these shoes most though is that they look like a normal shoe. The toe box, while it is spacious, is not weird. It's not shaped like a bizarre kind of clown foot, and it's not like the Vibram 5 Fingers, which just made you look like a monkey. Nobody liked seeing you in those shoes unless they were also wearing those shoes, or they themselves personally took great pleasure in making fun of you for wearing shoes that made you look like a monkey. These look like normal shoes, they feel like minimalist shoes, and they have just enough padding to keep your feet and legs comfortable throughout the day without being overly cushioned. So I don't know exactly how many millimeters the sole is, but it is exactly the right amount for me. I have tried some very minimalist shoes that were too thin. These shoes, you can remove the insole. I'm not going to show you the griminess in here because I did use these for a music festival, to make these shoes effectively even thinner soled. Another thing I like about these shoes is that they do have the reflective striping here on the side, so if you are running away from cars, they will be able to see you. If you are running perpendicular to the direction of a car or other thing that could possibly hit you, you have some kind of hope of being seen. It's also just a cool little detail. Now let's look at the Z Trek sandal. This has been my favorite sandal probably ever. As you can see, the sole is super thin, and yet somehow remains impact absorbing enough to be quite comfortable to wear on even some really uncomfortable streets. So in Lisbon, I went running one night on these really sharply tiled streets where all the tiles are kind of at different heights, different levels, and you know, the corners would kind of jam into the bottom of my foot, but it was comfortable enough and protective enough that it really wasn't a problem for me. I was able to run pretty quickly without any issues. Also, when we were up in Granada, there is an area up there where I went running, just briefly sprinting around a little bit, and they felt really good there too. What I like about these sandals is the strapping system keeps my foot pretty secure without having that center post that goes between your big toe and your second toe. I tried the other Xero sandals that have that, and I just didn't like it. So those were the Cloud, and they have that center post, and it just felt like it was jamming into my foot too much. So this strapping system works really well. You put your foot in here, and then you just secure the Velcro, and then there's a front strap here that you can tighten up that kind of cinches around your ankle and keeps your foot much more secure. There is a little bit of slide that happens here that I noticed more when I didn't use this front strap, but when I use that front strap, my foot feels like it sits in the right place and feels good pretty much all day. So I also wore these at a music festival for the Eclipse recently this summer. Wore these all through the daytime, on rocky, dusty surfaces, and it was not an issue. These were really comfortable. They stayed comfortable all day, didn't give me any blisters, no problems, and I felt like I could run and jump and dance and do whatever I wanted in these sandals without worrying about my feet getting hurt or without, you know, feeling like my feet were getting too sore at the end of the day. In summary, I really like the shoes and sandals that Xero produces. I like them so much, in fact, that I bought a few shares in the company so I could get a shareholder discount. That means I'll be getting a discount on shoes and sandals that I know I'm going to be buying in the future anyway. If you want to get yourself a pair of Xeros, I'm going to leave you a link in the description section. Hopefully you found this video useful. Be sure to like it, subscribe to the channel, and as always, remember that pain sucks, life shouldn't. So good.